Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Now, Keyshawn Davis and De Los Santos, it's on. And I'm going to say this. For those naysayers out there who feel De Los Santos is a tomato can and who are out here saying, oh, he lost to Shakur Stevenson, so this is going to be an easy fight for Keyshawn. Let me tell you something. Edwin De Los Santos, although he's been a bit inactive, De Los Santos is a monster puncher, and he comes to fight. And on June 7th, man, he gets an opportunity to, I'm going to say, kind of right the wrong of what he did not do against Shakur Stevenson. Look, Shakur Stevenson, neither one of them threw a lot of punches. But when Shakur felt that power in that first round, Shakur Stevenson got on his bicycle. One of the main contrasts between Shakur and Keyshawn is Keyshawn will fight you. Shakur is more boxer-runner than boxer-puncher. Keyshawn will brawl, he will box punch, he may move around, but Keyshawn, there's no boxer-runner inside Keyshawn. Now, we know Keyshawn, he's getting better every single fight. But let me just tell y'all this. Keyshawn looked spectacular against Lemos. He did. Went in there, did the business. Lemos like he didn't belong in there with a damn, a 10-year-old. That's how elementary and amateurish Keyshawn made him look. De Los Santos is not Lemos. And De Los Santos is coming to pick up those traps. It makes me wonder, right? When you see a guy like De Los Santos, because he was very active at one point in time, the fight that really stands out to most people is when he got in there and scrapped with Jose Valenzuela. Now, Valenzuela was up at 140, picked up a title off of Pitbull Cruz. Then he came and fought Gary Antoine Russell, and he lost the title. But the bottom line is, you saw that there was something special about Jose Valenzuela. Even when he fought De Los Santos, he hurt him. And then, of course, he's known for the Chris Colbert fight, but most recently with Valenzuela going to 140 and making some noise. It's not over for Valenzuela. But if you look at the fact that De Los Santos was able to stop him in 3 rounds, some people are going to say, well, Valenzuela was weight trained. And then others are going to say it had nothing to do with the weight. It had everything to do with the hands of De Los Santos. But I'm just wondering if Keyshawn Davis and Bob Arum, if they're counting on De Los Santos being rusty. Now, for those who are saying, all right, man, what do you mean being rusty, man? Where are you getting this from? Let me show you the issue here with De Los Santos, right? Now, this is De Los Santos, 16 wins, 14 of those wins by KO. Had 2 losses, man. He has an 87% KO ratio, 5'8", 70-inch reach. Now, De Los Santos last fought November 2023. So he's been out the ring in a year and a half, man. Okay? And he's getting ready to fight Keyshawn Davis. I wonder if Keyshawn Davis and his team are counting on Edwin De Los Santos being rusty. Now, let me stop right there. For everyone out here who's saying De Los Santos been out the ring too long, he's going to be rusty, this is an easy win for Keyshawn. Just remember what you're saying, because some of y'all favorite fighters or fighter right now is about to get into a very big fight coming off of some big time inactivity. So let's make sure y'all know what y'all saying before y'all start to attack De Los Santos. Because if you're saying Crawford coming off of a year of inactivity can get in the ring with Canelo and put the beans on him, well, why can't De Los Santos? I say De Los Santos, Crawford, or anyone with over a year of inactivity getting in the ring with someone who's active and elite, I just think it's a tough fight for them to win. Not saying it's impossible. I just think that increases the chances of a losing. But if you ask Keyshawn Davis, man, I think he and Bob Arum see this as a perfect opportunity to clip a big name, and not just clip him, but to knock him out. Because you look at, they're going to compare it to Shakur Stevenson's performance. But, the people who are fair to Keyshawn and to De Los Santos, they're going to talk about the inactivity. And depending on how the fight goes, they're, especially if De Los Santos, even in a loss, if he has some success and if he drops Keyshawn, They're going to sit there and have that conversation. Now, as far as me, I don't know. I kind of see that De Los Santos is a threat, but Keyshawn Davis is active. He's firing on all cylinders. Kind of like Stanley Eunice in Boots. Stanley Eunice was a bad boy, but he had some inactivity. Got in the ring with Boots. You saw glimpses of just how competitive he could be, but ultimately he was just a step behind Boots, and Boots got him out of there. I'm wondering with De Los Santos if that's going to be a similar case where you got a guy who's a real threat, and showed everybody at 135 that he can get busy. But I wonder if the inactivity when he gets in there with Keyshawn, if he's going to land some hard shots, if he's going to, especially the first 4 rounds, if he's going to show that hey he can compete. But then Keyshawn just starts to peel away, and does what we've seen Keyshawn do, fight after fight, just get better and better, and dominate and ultimately get the KO. But don't sleep on the punching power of De Los Santos. That guy can crack. And although he had to struggle to extricate himself from the stink of that horrible fight with Shakur Stevenson, man, I just think right now, first back to that Stevenson fight, you got to blame Shakur Stevenson for that shit. He was hauling ass around that ring. So De Los Santos should have pressed him more. But again, Shakur was sharp. So when he did let his hands go, he was landing. But Shakur didn't want to get caught up in no kind of exchanges, no mash-up, crash-up type fight. Shakur Stevenson did what he had to do. He coochie-cooed and chicken-pecked himself to a decision victory. And you know what? It's boxing. It's about hitting and not getting hit. And he did what he had to do. But all I'm saying is, if De Los Santos can still hit the way we know he can hit, I wonder if Keyshawn Davis is going to be like Shakur Stevenson now, where you find at the end of the fight, he's going to get the brunt of the blame for not exchanging punches because of what I'm going to call it, man. Like he's going to avoid De Los Santos like the plague. But you could see where Keyshawn comes in there, who's got power, has got skill. You may see De Los Santos avoid Keyshawn like the plague because maybe his conditioning's not where it should be. Maybe he's just a step behind, and maybe he realizes after the first round, holy shit, I've been off more than I can chew. This ain't the same Keyshawn that I knew of when I fought Shakur Stevenson. This guy has gotten exponentially better, and there's a reason why he's a champion. But you won't know until the fight happens. But what I will tell you for De Los Santos, man, I don't know how many Dominicans out there in Virginia, but you know Keyshawn Davis and his brothers, man, that building in Norfolk is gonna be going crazy. So De Los Santos is gonna have to come and do like Brian Norman Jr. did that got Santillan. He went out there, what was it, San Diego or whatever? The whole damn venue was for Santillan. Anytime he hit Norman Jr., they were going crazy. But then Norman Jr. had to say, okay, I got to figure this out. And he stuck a fork in Santillan and, hushed him over the crowd. And this is Edwin De Los Santos' opportunity to do the same thing. Say, all right, I get it. He's your guy. He's a hometown guy. Y'all really don't know me. They're not expecting me to come in here and do anything. But I'm going to show y'all how this Dominican gets down and put them Dominican bing-bings on Keyshawn. But I'll tell you this right now, man. It won't be easy because both of these guys are going to be ready and they both can scrap. But the only thing with me, when I take a look at, where is it? When I take a look at De Los Santos, this thing is, I can't stand when it starts thinking like this. Okay, I'm on here, a big head ass, where is he? Damn, did it kick me off of there? I think it may have kicked me off. Anyway, let me pull it back up. I'm going to show, oh no, here it is right here. Here it is right here. This is my concern, right? Now, we start talking about opponents that De Los Santos face and opponents that Keyshawn Davis has faced. Edwin De Los Santos is about to face Keyshawn. That's a big deal. Shakur was a big deal. Adorno was all right. Valenzuela was a pretty big deal. But then you look at the names before that, and, again, the Dominican was just kind of getting his feet wet. But let me check something else since we're talking about it. So this is De Los Santos. Check this out. Let me me go over here and pull this up. Usyk big ass head want to pop up. I want to pull up right here. Let's see. So 70-inch reach for De Los Santos. I wonder about Davis. Davis seems like he has long arms. Let's see what Keyshawn Davis is talking about. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hey. We got to fight. We got to fight, people. We got to fight. Keyshawn Davis, 70-inch reach. De Los Santos, 70-inch reach. You got to fight. I mean, De Los Santos can get to Keyshawn. We got to fight. Man, this is a dangerous fight for Keyshawn and De Los Santos. But this is what you want to see. You want to see the best fighting the best. Take a look at who Keyshawn fought. He about to fight De Los Santos. He fought Baranchek. He fought Lemos. Baranchek looked like he just didn't belong in there. Lemos, again, another one, man. He looked like he didn't. It was Baranchek who looked horrible. Baranchek looked crazy. Lemos, he's a good fighter, and Keyshawn put the beans on him. He fought Madueno, and that's the fight that had Keyshawn, reaching for his shit. And Pedraza and Albright. So Keyshawn has fought some pretty good competition, man. I gotta be honest about Keyshawn. You see every time he's just taking another step up, and that's what you want to see. But I just think when you look at the reach here, that's gonna matter. 70-inch reach against 70-inch reach. Keyshawn, the advantages he's gonna have is probably gonna be his activity. IQ, De Los Santos has IQ too. Skill set, De Los Santos has it too. I think what's going to be the advantage for Keyshawn is just his activity, his level of activity, and I think that's going to show up on fight night. But at the end of the day, both of them can crack, but De Los Santos is explosive as hell. The first couple of rounds is going to be interesting, man, because, Keyshawn, he's not getting hit as much. That's one thing I'll say. His defense is improving, but when I look at the guys he fought, like Baranchek and Lemos, no matter how inactive De Los Santos is, the De Los Santos that I know, that guy gets busy. So this is definitely a dangerous fight for Keyshawn. Anyway, man, y'all keep cool. De Los Santos ain't coming to lose, and Keyshawn's not coming to lose either. My thing is, after they fight, it's like I want to know, who's Keyshawn going to fight next? Because some people were wondering. They said, Keyshawn fighting De Los Santos. Why? They figured that De Los Santos was a mandatory. Look, De Los Santos is ranked number 13. There he goes right there. He's ranked number 13. So after he gets through him, Keyshawn, I don't know if he's going to get a voluntary defense or he's going to have a mandatory, but you got Murataya. You got Abdullayev. Mason is there. Lamont Roach is there. Andy Cruz is there. That's the fight I want to see, but they ain't going to put Cruz in there yet. So, yeah, man, we'll see what's next for Keyshawn Davis. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like both fighters, but I'm kind of rooting for Keyshawn and his two brothers to keep making some noise because I like seeing that, man. I like seeing those guys together as siblings and making some noise. Top Rank is behind them. They have a whole city behind them. I want to see how far they can go, the Davis trio. However, I ain't delusional about the fight that Keyshawn's about to get in. De Los Santos gets busy. And so does Keyshawn. Very good fight, very competitive fight. And that's what you want to see, best fighting the best. And one thing I'll tell you about Keyshawn, and also De Los Santos, depending on who wins, they're not going to want an easy fight. They're going to call out the best and want to fight the best and try to go for titles. I just think Keyshawn and Shakir, they ain't going to fight unless it's for huge money. And I think Keyshawn will jump at the opportunity before Shakir will. I don't think Shakir will be as quick to jump at the opportunity to fight Keyshawn than Keyshawn would. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.